Hello students, welcome to my class. In today's class, we will continue with the chapter Arithmetic Progressions of Class 10. So we were doing exercise 5.3 and we have completed 15 questions. Today we will see question number 16. A sum of rupees 700 is to be used to give 7 cash prizes to students of a school for their overall academic performance. If each prize is rupees 20 less than its preceding price, find the value of each of the prizes. So from 16th onwards, the questions are actually application oriented questions. That is the questions based on the formula sum of first n terms, application questions. So in this question, we have a sum of rupees 700. So we have rupees 700 and this 700 we have to divide into 7 cash prizes. So 7 cash prizes, we have to divide rupees 700 into 7 cash prizes in such a way that the price, each price is 20 less than its preceding price. Suppose if we are taking the first cash prize as A, then what will be the next price? The next price should be 20 rupees less than its preceding price. So the next price amount will be A minus 20. So then what about the third price? A minus 40. Again 20 less than this number. So A minus 40, A minus 60, A minus 80. A minus 100, like that it will go. So the 7 cash prizes will go in this way: A minus 20, A minus 40, A minus 60, A minus 80, A minus 100, be A minus 120. So these are the 7 cash prizes. Now we have to find these amounts. So if you want to find these cash prizes, first you should know the value of A. So what we have to do? We have to find value of A from this amount, that is this rupees 700 is nothing but the sum, that is Sn is given as 700. From that we are going to find the value of A. So how many terms are there? Sn is equal to 700. So here Sn equal to 700. How many? What is the value of n? There are 7 cash prizes, so value of n is equal to 7. And what about D? Common difference, each price is 20 rupees less. So what is the value of D? Minus 20. So because each cash price is 20 decreasing, so the value of D is equal to minus 20. Now we will use Sn formula. From Sn formula we are going to find the value of A. So what is Sn formula? N by 2 into 2A plus n minus 1 into D. So this formula we will use, which is equal to 700. So this is given in the question. Now we will substitute in the place of n and D. So 7 by 2 into 2A plus 7 minus 1 into D is minus 20 is equal to 700. Now this 7 by 2 into this we will simplify. So 2A plus 6 into 120 minus 20, that is minus 120. We can write it as minus 120 is equal to 700. Now the 7 by 2 we will take to the right side. So 2A minus 120 is equal to 700 into this 2 will go to numerator and the 7 will come in the denominator. Now we can cancel this 7 and 700, that is 100. 100 into 2 is 200. So we will get the answer 2A minus 120 is equal to 100 into 2, that is 200. Now 2A is equal to this 120 we will bring to right side. So 200 plus 120. So 2A value will be equal to 320. So from this what is the value of A? A is equal to 320 divided by 2, which is equal to 160. So we got the first price, cash price, first amount of the first cash price, that is A is equal to rupees 160. So we got A is equal to rupees 160. Now can you tell me what will be the other prices then? So 160 is the first price, 20 less than the second price. So 160 minus 20, that is 140 is the second cash price. Then 120, 100, 80, 60, 40. So 7 cash prizes will be amount of the value of each prize. So we have to find the value of each prize. The value of 7 cash prizes will be 160 rupees, 140, 120, 100, 80, 60, 40. So this is how you have to do. Now we will see the next question. So question number 17. In a school, students thought of planting trees in and around the school to reduce air pollution. It was decided that number of trees that each section of each class will plant will be the same as the class in which they are studying. Example, a section of class 1 will plant 1 tree, a section of class 2 will plant 2 trees, and so on till class 12. There are 3 sections of each class. How many trees will be planted by the students? So this is the question. So here, so the question is, in a schools, the students thought of planting trees in the school campus to reduce air pollution, and it was decided that how many trees each class will plant. Actually, there are classes from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So from class 1 to 12 they are going to plant trees. And how they are going to plant tree? The number of trees that each section of each class will be same as the class. For example, a section of class 1 will plant 1 tree, class 2 will plant 2 trees, class 3 will plant 3 trees. Like that they are going to plant. So class 1 will plant 1 tree, class 2 will plant 2 trees. One section of class 1 will plant 1 tree, one section of class 2 will plant 2 trees. Like that it will go. So 3 means 3, class 3 means 3 plants they will plant. 3 trees they will plant. Same way 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So these are the number of trees planted by a section of the class. Now it is given that there are 3 sections of each class. So what is its meaning? In class 1 there are 3 sections. So how many trees will be planted by class 1 children? That is 1 into 3, that is 3. Why this 3? Because there are 3 sections. So each class there are 3 sections. So in one section they will plant 1 tree. So there are 3 sections. So how many trees will be planted by class 1? 3. So number of trees planted by class 2 will be 2 into 3, that is 6. So number of trees planted by class 3, that is 3 into 3 is equal to 9. Number of trees planted by class 4, that is 4 into 3 is equal to 12. Then 15. Like that it will go. So 18, etc. It will go like this. So these are the number of plants, number of trees planted. Okay, so these are the number of trees planted by each class. So it is, if you see these numbers 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, etc. This numbers forms an AP because here 3 is added, forms an AP. So this number 3, 6, 9, etc., 12, 15, etc. forms an AP. Now the question is, how many trees will be planted by the students? That is, totally how many trees will be planted by the students of class 1 to 12? That is what we have to find. We have to add these numbers, that is 3 plus 6 plus 9 plus etc. This is nothing but sum, Sn. Okay, so this is nothing but sum of n terms. So here what is the n value? How many classes are there from first standard to 12th standard? So 12 classes. So Sn we have to find, where n is equal to 12. So what about a value? A is equal to, here the first number is 3. So a value is 3. And what about d? D is equal to 3. So a is equal to 3 and d is also 3. the difference A2 minus A1 3. So we have N, A and D value. So we will use Sn formula for calculating the sum. So Sn is equal to N by 2 into 2A plus N minus 1 into D. Clear? So here what is the value of n? N is equal to 12. So 12 by 2 into 2a. 2 into what is the value of a? 3. Plus n minus 1. 12 minus 1 into d value is also 3. Now we will simplify this. So here we can cancel. So 6 into here 6 plus 11 into 3, that is 33. So when you add these two numbers, 33 plus 6 is 39. So 6 into 39. So we will multiply these two. So 234 is the answer. So the total number of trees planted by the students of class 1 to 12 will be 234. So this is how you have to find out the answer. So question number 18. A spiral is made up of successive semicircles with centers alternately at A and B. Starting with center A of radii 0.5 cm, 1.0 cm, 1.5 cm, 2 cm, etc. as shown in figure. What is the total length of such a spiral made up of 13 consecutive semicircles? So here the question is, here we can see in the diagram, we have a spiral which is made up of semicircles. If you see here this L1, what we have marked, this L1, L2, L3, L4, L5, all these are semicircles with the center A and B alternately. So L1, what is the center of L1 semicircle? L1 is A. What is the center of semicircle? L2 B. Again L3, center of the semicircle L3 is again A. For L4 the center is B. Like that alternately the semicircle centers will change from A and B. So the spiral is consisting of such a type of semicircles, and our question is we have to find the total length of the spiral made up of 13 semicircles. So we have to find the length of this spiral consisting of 13 semicircle. Here we have drawn only 5 semicircle. If it continues like this, we will get 13 semicircles. Okay. So what is the length of the spiral consisting of 13 semicircles? So how will you find these length? Actually we have to find the length of the spiral. So how will you find the length from L1? If you add L1, L1 means this semicircle length. So L1 plus L2 plus L3 plus L4. If you add all these semicircles, we will get the length of the spiral. So length of the spiral is nothing but length of the spiral is equal to the length of all these semicircles, that is L1 plus L2 plus L3 plus L4 plus etc. up to how many semicircles are there? 13. So up to L13. So if you add these semicircle, length of these semicircle, then you will get the length of the spiral. Now how can we find these length? We will see now. Actually this L1 is nothing but the length of the semicircle. Length of the semicircle is nothing but the circumference of the semicircle. So what is the formula for circumference of a semicircle? Pi r. So what is the value of r? Radius is given. So for the first semicircle radius is 0.5. So for L1 the radius is 0.5, and for L2 radius is 1, and for L3 it is 1.5, and for L4 the radius is 2. So it will keep on going like this. Okay. So first we will find out L1. So L1 is the circumference of the semicircle, first semicircle. So here the formula is pi r, that is pi into radius of the first semicircle is 0.5. So pi into 0.5. So this is the length of the first semicircle, that is length of L1. Similarly we will find the L2 value, that is the circumference of the semicircle, second semicircle, but here also the formula is pi r, but the radius see, second semicircle radius is 1. So we will get the answer as pi into 1 centimeter. Okay, so pi into 1 centimeter. Now L3 is equal to, that is pi r only, but here the radius is 1.5. So we can write 1.5 pi centimeter. So here we will write pi centimeter and here 0.5 pi centimeter. Okay, so these are the length. Similarly, we will find out L4 also. L4 is pi r, that is here the radius is 2. So pi into 2 is equal to 2 pi centimeter. So it will go like this. Okay, so these are the length of the semicircle. Now we will see these values, actually 0.5 pi, comma 1 pi, 1.5 pi, comma 2 pi, etc. You see these numbers. So here, what is A2 minus A1? That is second term minus first term. That is pi minus 0.5 is equal to 0.5 pi. Similarly, what is A3 minus A2? A3 minus A2 is 1.5 pi minus 1 pi. That is also 0.5 pi. So if you see the difference of two consecutive terms, we are getting the same answer. So what is its meaning? These numbers forms an AP. So we can say that these numbers forms an AP. So if these numbers forms an AP, actually we need to find the sum of these values up to 13. So what we have to find for getting the length of the spiral, we have to find S13 value. Okay, so the length of the spiral will be equal to the sum of first 13 terms, that is S13. So we will find out S13. Formula is 13 by 2, n by 2, that is 13 by 2 into 2a. What is the value of a? Here the first term is point. We will write here a is equal to 0.5 pi. And what is the value of d? D is also nothing but the difference, 0.5 pi only. So both a and d value are same only. So 2 into a, that is 0.5 pi plus n minus 1, 13 minus 1 into 0.5 pi. Okay, so this is the value of d. Now we will simplify this. So 13 by 2 into 0.5 pi is pi, plus here 12 into 0.5, 12 into 0.5 pi. So 13 by 2 into pi plus here 12 into 0.5 is 6 pi. So when you add these two, you will get pi plus 6 pi is 7 pi, and in the next step we will substitute the value of pi. So it is given in the question, take pi is equal to 22 by 7. So here in the place we will substitute pi value 22 by 7. So we can cancel these two. So 11 times. So the answer is 13 into 11. So when you multiply, you will get 143 centimeter. So actually the length of the spiral is equal to 143 centimeter. So the length of the spiral is nothing but the length of all these 13 semicircles. So we already got the sum of 13 semicircles are as 143 centimeter. So the length of the spiral is equal to 143 centimeter. Now we will see the next question. Question number 19. 200 logs are stacked in the following manner. 20 logs in the bottom row, 19 in the next row, 18 in the row next to it, and so on. In how many rows are the 200 logs placed, and how many logs are in the top row? So this is the question. So we will read the question. We will see the question one more time. 200 logs are stacked in the following manner. So how they have arranged these 200 logs? In the first row they have arranged 20 logs. So we will take this as first row. So row 1, there are 20 logs. They have arranged 20 logs, and in second row, that is in row 2, there are 19 logs, and in row 3 there are 18 logs, and in row 4 there are 17 logs. So this is how they have arranged the logs. So here what is the question? We have to find how many rows are there. So how many rows are there to arrange all these 200 logs? How many rows required? That is the question. How they can arrange these 200 rows? If they have arranged in this manner, how many rows are required? So first thing, we have to find the number of rows, and the second one, how many logs are in the top row. So these two things we have to find, how many rows are there and what is the number of logs in the last row, that is the top row. Okay, so here in the first row, how many logs are there? 20. So in the second row we have 19. So this is the first row. First row there are 20 logs, and in the second row we have 19 logs, and in third row we have 18 logs, fourth row we have 17, etc. So it is going in this way. So now you see here, what is this 200 actually? If you add all these numbers, number of logs in row 1, that is 20 plus 19 plus 18 plus 17 plus 16 plus etc. This number is actually 200. So this is nothing but the sum, SN value only, 20. See here, 20, 19, 18, 17 etc. These numbers actually forms an AP. Why? Because here 1 is subtracted from the previous term to get the new term, next term. So these numbers forms an AP. So the sum of these logs is equal to 200. So SN is this 200 is nothing but SN value. So SN is equal to 200. From this we have to find the number of rows. Number of rows is nothing but value of n. Okay, how many terms are there? How many terms and how many rows? Both are same only. Okay, so number of rows and number of terms are same. So we have to find n value from this equation. So here, what is the value of A? A is equal to first number, that is A is equal to 20, and D is equal to A2 minus A1. 19 minus 20 is equal to minus 1. Now here in the SN formula we will substitute. So n by 2 into 2A plus n minus 1 into D is equal to 200. So here in the place of n we cannot, we don't know, so we will write as it is. 2 into, what is the value of A is 20 plus n minus 1 into D value is minus 1, which is equal to 200. Now we will simplify this. So n by 2 into 20 is 40. Here with minus 1 we will multiply. So minus n plus 1. Now we will simplify this, it is equal to 200. This 2 we will take to right side. So n into 40 plus 1 is 41 minus n is equal to 400. When you take this 2, it will come in the right side. 200 into 2, that is 400. Now from this we will get a quadratic equation in n. With the n we will multiply. So 41n minus n square is equal to 400. So we will multiply with the minus sign. So n square minus 41n plus 400 is equal to 0. So this is the quadratic equation in n. So we got a quadratic equation. Now we will solve this using quadratic formula or factorization method. Any one of the method we can use. So we will use quadratic formula. So n is equal to minus b. What is the value of b here? Minus 41. So minus of minus 41, or we will write here the value of a is equal to coefficient of n square is 1. What is b value? Coefficient of n, that is minus 41. C is equal to constant term, that is 400. So these values we will substitute in the quadratic formula. So minus b plus or minus root of b square, that is minus 41 the whole square, minus 4ac, 4 into 1 into 400 divided divided by 2a, that is 2 into 1. Now we will simplify this. So 41 plus or minus root of 41 square is 1681 minus 4 into 400 is 1600 divided by 2. Now we will simplify 41 plus or minus root of, when you subtract these two you will get 81. 1681 minus 1600 is root 81 divided by 2, which is equal to 41 plus or minus, what is the square root of 81? 9. So 9 by 2. So here what are the values we are getting? 41 plus 9, that is 50 by 2, or we will get 41 minus 9, that is 32 by 2. So when we cancel here we will get 25, and here when we cancel we will get 16. So the values of n are n is equal to 25 or 16. So here in this question we got two values for n, 25 and 16. Both are positive numbers only, but we have to check whether both these values are possible or not. We will check. First we will take this n is equal to 25. So when n is equal to 25, we will find out A25 value. So when you calculate A25, what is the formula? A plus 24D. A25 is nothing but A plus 24D. What is the value of A here? A is first number 20. So 20 plus 24 into D value is minus 1. So 20 minus 24, which is equal to minus 4. So in the 25th row, n is equal to 25 means 25th row term, 25th term. The 25th term is minus 4. We got a negative number. Is it possible? No, because this 25th row, how can we place minus 4 logs? That is not possible. So this value of n is equal to 25 is not possible. Why it is not possible? N equal to 25 is not possible because when we have calculated A25, we got a negative number. It is not possible. That is 25th row, its meaning is 25th row there are minus 4 logs. That is not possible. So n equal to 25 is not possible. So the possible value for n is equal to 16. So n equal to 16 is the answer. That means how many rows are there? There are 16 rows. So there are 16 rows in the arrangement. Now the second part is how many logs are in the top row. So this 16th row is the top row. That is you have to find A16 value. So we have to find A16. So what is the value of A16? A plus 15D. So what is the value of A? 20. So 20 plus 15 into D value is minus 1. So 20 minus 15 is equal to 5. So in the top row how many logs are there? 5 rows. So we can write there are 5 logs. There are 5 logs in the top row. So these two things only you have to find. How many rows in the arrangement? There are 16 rows and in the top row there are 5 logs. Okay. So this question is very important. Now we will see the last question. Question number 20. In a potato race, a bucket is placed at the starting point, which is 5 meters from the first potato, and the other potatoes are placed 3 meters apart in straight line. There are 10 potatoes in the line. A competitor starts from the bucket, picks up the nearest potato, runs back with it, drops it in the bucket. Runs back to pick up the next potato, runs to the bucket to drop it in, and she continues in the same way until all the potatoes are in the bucket. So what is the total distance the competitor has to run? So first, before doing this sum, first we need to understand the question. So what is the question? We have a potato race and here they have placed 10 potatoes, and in the starting point we have a bucket. Okay, so the distance between the bucket and the first potato is 5 meters, and the other potatoes are at a distance 3 meter and all are placed in the straight line. So the distance between two potatoes is 3 meter and the distance between the bucket and the first potato is 5 meter. Now the race, this race, now there are 10 potatoes. In this way they have arranged 10 potatoes in a straight line. So the competitor starts from the bucket. So a competitor starts from this point. This is the starting point actually. So starts from the bucket. She covers this 5 meter and picks up the first potato and runs back and places the first potato in the bucket. Again she has to run to pick the next potato. She takes this one and drop it in the bucket. So this is the game actually. This is the potato race. So this is how the competitor has to do collect all the potatoes and it should be dropped into the bucket. So she has to, what question is, what is the total distance the competitor has to run? What is the total distance covered by the competitor? So this is the question. Okay, so first we will see what is the distance traveled by or covered by the competitor to drop the first potato. So initially imagine, so first potato is at a distance 5 meter from the bucket. So first she has to cover 5 meter to pick the potato and again she has to go back and drop it in the bucket. So 5 plus 5 is equal to 10 meter. So the distance covered by the competitor to drop first potato in the bucket is equal to 5 plus 5 is equal to 10 meter. So this is the distance covered by the competitor to drop the first potato in the bucket. Now we will see the distance covered by the competitor to drop the second potato. So now you see here the second potato is 8 meters away from the bucket. So she has to cover 8 meter to and fro. She has to cover 8 meter to reach the potato and again 8 meter to drop the potato in the bucket. So the total distance covered. So the distance covered by the competitor to drop second potato is equal to 8 plus 8 is equal to 16 meters. So this is how it goes. So 10 meter, 8 meter, and what about then the distance covered by the competitor to drop the third potato? 5 plus 3 plus 3, that is 5 plus 6, 11 into 2, 11 meters return also. Okay, so the distance covered by the competitor to drop third potato is equal to 11 plus 11, which is equal to 22 meters. So now we will see all these numbers. That is, what are the numbers we got? 10 meters, 16 meters, 22 meters, etc. It will keep on going like this. So here if you see all these numbers, here 10 plus 6 gives 16. Again 16 plus 6 is equal to 22. So what we can say? These numbers forms an AP. So what the numbers we got? The distance travelled forms an AP. Now what is our question? What is the total distance the competitor has to run? So you have to add all these distances, that is 10 plus 16 plus 22 plus etc. This is nothing but Sn. So we have to find, for finding the total distance travelled by the competitor, we have to find Sn value. 10 meters, 16 meter, 22 meters, etc. This forms an AP. This is an AP. So what is value of A here? 10. What is D? 16 minus 10 which is equal to 6 meters, and n, what is n? How many potatoes are there? 10 potatoes. So the value of n is equal to 10. Now we have to find Sn value. So for finding the total distance we have to find S10. Sn is nothing but S10. So the formula is n by 2, that is 10 by 2 into 2a plus a value is 10. So 2 into 10 plus 10 minus 1 into d value is 6. Now we will simplify this. Here we can cancel. So 5 into 20 plus 9 into 6, that is 54. So 5 into 74. So 370 meters. So the total distance covered by the competitor to finish the potato race is 370 meters. Today we have completed exercise 5.3 of the chapter arithmetic progressions. In the next video we will discuss optional exercise questions. If you like my channel, you can share and subscribe. Your subscription my motivation. Thank you students.